Hello and welcome, JBA fans. I'm your host, King L5, and today we are bringing you me versus Tom. Now, this is a very interesting matchup, and I'll just go over my team real quick. I have Belly Drum Azumarill, a little bit of a special set. I won't go into that, so it's a bit more of a surprise when we actually get to use that. Celebi, which is actually weakness policy nasty plot baton pass, because at +2, look at his team and look at Mega Pidgeot or Scarf Chandelure. He actually did not bring his Ghost Resist. I know he had one, I don't remember what it was, but he didn't bring it. So Chandelure, if it's at +4, can definitely put in the work. We have Dugtrio, which is just standard trapping. I have Toxic, so I can 90% guarantee the Toxic on the Milotic. I have the Memento to aid my Belly Drum Azumarill setting up, and Rocks because he doesn't have, well, he does have the Donphan to spin, but Donphan does not have the best matchup versus this team. It can't spin very easily on anything except Excadrill, or I guess Dugtrio itself, but like, nah, that's not going to be a matchup that's happening. Chandelure is Choice Scarf with Trick, so I can catch the Milotic Spidef on the switch, and like after that, Shadow Ball completely destroys him. And of course, I have double Scarf. Got the Scarf Excadrill in the back. This Excadrill can live a superpower from his Tornadus T, which he did not bring, which is very interesting. I'm gonna turn off these notifications real quick. All right, so. Yeah. Where was I? Alright. Scarf Chandelure is looking like a big threat. Scarf Excadrill can take a superpower from a Life Orb Torn. Yeah, and it can still outspeed his entire team because it is Choice Scarf. I'm expecting him to lead with either the Klefki or the Donphan to get up hazards, or the Garbodor to get the T-Spikes up, which means it'll break my Dugtrio's Focus Sash and it won't be able to trap things quite as easily. Predicting any one of those three, what has a good matchup versus it. Chandelure has a pretty decent matchup versus Klefki and Garbodor, but not Donphan because it can take a hit and kill me, and I really want to preserve Chandelure. Could go Excadrill. That doesn't beat the Donphan. Celebi beats the Donphan, but not the other two. Can set up on Klefki though. I believe my best lead in this scenario might be the Pidgeot, because initially the plan was going to pass into Pidgeot, but Chandelure looks like the more potent threat, so I can afford to take a hit with my Pidgeot early game, I think. If he leads with the Regirock though, that might be bad. I'm going to lead with it anyways, as he leads with the Milotic. Unfortunately, I do not have the U-turn, which would be pretty helpful right here, but I can go into my safe switch, which is the Celebi, but if he Ice Beams, I'll activate my weakness policy. I don't know if I want to pop that this early. I'm just going to make the switch into Celebi, as if he does pop my weakness policy, I can Baton Pass out immediately, as I doubt he's going to want to stay in, as he does go for the Toxic, which is he has Flame Orb. That is very interesting. Are we in Gen 6 Ubers? I think we are. I just want to know for the Flame Orb damage, just to be sure. I don't expect him to want to stay in. I think his switch in is going to be Garbodor. Either way, I'm going to Nasty Plot up, and because I can Baton Pass out on the Klefki, and I will outspeed this if he goes for the offensive move, but if he Thunder Waves, I will be fine. I don't think he has anything to touch me really, so I am just going to Baton Pass into, what can I go into here? I do have Roost on my Pidgeot, so I can 1v1 this, although I don't know if I want it taking the Paralysis. I don't really want anything taking the Paralysis, and Excadrill is not the ideal Nasty Plot recipient, but I think I can afford to let my Pidgeot take the Thunder Wave because Chandelure will be my late game win con with the Celebi pass. And I do have the Heat Wave to threaten this, and he can't 2-hit KO me, I'm pretty sure, unless he's like offensive Klefki, which why would he be? As yeah, Dazzling Gleam does nothing. And here, I am just going to get the Roost off, as I do expect a Thunder Wave, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to attempt to get the Roost off. Let me try again real quick. Thunder Wave showing why it is one of the best moves in the game. And the thing about this is, wait, he's actually setting up spikes. I could try, well, there's no point of getting a substitute up. I guess that forces him to attack me, but like, it's not going to be doing anything. I should just Heat Wave here and knock out the Klefki, which frees up my Excadrill to click Earthquake, because this is Balloon, and it is going to die to the Heat Wave quite easily. I'm pretty sure that killed like 13 Klefkis there. I actually outspeed this unless he's... Actually, do I outspeed this? 93 speed. If he's not speed invested, which he might be to outpace my Azumarill. My Azumarill would outspeed this, but I am running 8 speed on my Azumarill, so... do I want to sack this is the question. I feel like it's not going to be too useful versus the rest of his team. And if I do outspeed... Actually, let me check real quick. This thing definitely outspeeds me, so do I want to sack this or go into my Doug Trio and take a Stone Edge potentially and get up my rocks? Because he is going for the Stone Edge 100% here. I don't see him making any other play. I think Pidgeot is not going to be doing too much because everything else on his team can deal with it. The Milotic can Ice Beam, the Shaman can definitely... Well, I expect him to have Air Slash, which is why I have Weakness Policy in my Celebi, but he can Paraflinch me down, and Seed Flare would be doing a lot because I don't have any bulk investment because I wanted to Speed Tie the Tornadus T. And Garbodor can probably 1v1 me with the Sludge Bomb, or not Sludge Bomb, the Gunk Shot. So I'm just going to stay in and go for the Hurricane. As he goes for the Rock Slide, takes me out. And now I can pretty safely go into Chandelure and fire off an Energy Ball, maybe. I think that might be my best play. Or I could go into Celebi and go for the Giga Drain potentially, although he might have the Mega Horn for that. I think Energy Ball is my safest play, as if he switches to Garbodor, I can always go into my Excadrill and spin away those hazards. And he will take a sizable chunk from the Energy Ball, even though I am only Choice Scarf. So I'm going to go into this and click the Energy Ball. I expect him to switch into Garbodor here, but I can't risk Rhyperior getting out of hand and getting up the rocks, which would be very hindering to both my Azumarill and my Chandelure, because Chandelure weak to rocks. As he actually lives. Okay, I guess I am just overestimating Chandelure, but I'm modest. Like, you should not be living that, but I guess. So now that I've sacked my two sweepers, we're going to have a tough time in this game. I feel like I can go into my Doug Trio because he is max Spadef, as you can see by that damage. Earthquake will definitely kill. And my Azumarill, I'll really reveal it now. It is Sap Sipper Belly Drum, so Shaman is not a counter to my Belly Drum Azumarill. His only counter is Garbodor. So as long as I can trap that with Doug Trio, I should be completely fine to sweep with that thing. But first I'm going to have to take out the Rhyperior, which can also just overwhelm the Azumarill while it's trying to set up. I think my best Pokemon to go out into is the Excadrill, because actually I'm going to go into the Celebi, because what I can do is I can sack off the Celebi to a Garbodor and trap it with the Doug Trio to get the damage, because I just need it to be low health so Aqua Jet can take it out at +6. He doesn't have any Intimidate users. Gotta think pretty hard on this. I think Celebi is my best play because I do get the recovery with the Giga Drain here, and if he wants to go into Celebi, I'm just going to set up nasty plots and pass to nothing. But I don't need to pass to anything because Celebi itself is actually a pretty decent threat. He doesn't know if I have Psychic for Garbodor, only revealed 3 moves. Although Roost is kind of obvious, the fact that I have Nasty Plot instead of Calm Mind might mean to him that I might be a offensive Celebi. He hasn't hit me with anything, I don't believe, so he can't calc my damage, and the only move I've gone for is Giga Drain on his Rhyperior, which has killed. So yeah. Let's see what he decides to go out into. If it's Garbodor, I'm literally going to stay in and weaken this and sack it. Or should I just go Excadrill? I might just go Excadrill here on the Poison move, and then Earthquake looks to be quite threatening versus his team. I could Baton Pass out. What's my best play? Again, I just need to weaken the Garbodor, and I should be completely fine to sweep with my Belly Drum Azumarill because his counter being Shaman is not a counter anymore. I think I'm completely fine to sack this off, although it would be nice for the Milotic and the Donphan late game, so I think actually Baton Passing out into my Excadrill would be the best play. So that's what he's Rock Polished. Okay, we gotta try hard. He will outspeed me, but I'm pretty sure with my defense investment I can definitely take a Drain Punch, and I don't think this gets any other fighting coverage. Might have Earthquake. That would be very interesting. Well, let's see. Drain Punch, and I should be able to live that easily and maybe kill with the Earthquake. He's Shuka, and that still does a lot. I think that's Aqua Jet range. And at this point, I am just going to stay in an Earthquake. The recovery, right? Oh man, this is actually a threat. I think Azumarill might be able to take it out with an Aqua Jet. I am still max attack, although I'm not huge power, unfortunately. This is pretty tough. Does he have any? He has the Seed Bomb for Dugtrio, I assume. Well, he has Rock Polish, Drain Punch, Poison Move, probably Gunk Shot, and something else. Rock Polish definitely catching me off guard there. I'm going to calc to see if Azumarill can kill with the Aqua Jet, although I don't believe it can. Let's see. NU offensive, and he is pretty much max speed. We saw because he outsped my Celebi, probably Jolly. I think he has to be Jolly then. So he probably doesn't have any bulk. This is not huge power. I'm just going to hit it Heat Proof, and Aqua Jet bounces off. So we might just lose to this thing. Oh man. Can it kill my Azumarill? Because I am 248 HP. Gunk Shot does kill after rocks, so that's unfortunate. We might have to go for a dodge. Yeah, this is getting pretty intense, not gonna lie. We have a few chances to dodge. I guess Dugtrio might be able to live. Let's see. Dugtrio versus the Drain Punch. Seed Bomb will knock me out, but that means he has to have Seed Bomb. And if he doesn't have Seed Bomb, then I just win with Azumarill. So I kind of have to bank off of that because I don't really want to bank off of him missing if I don't have to. So yeah, let's see. I guess Dugtrio is my only play. And unfortunately the spikes do break my Focus Sash. And he does not have the Seed Bomb. So we should be good to go with the Sap Sipper Azumarill. And I don't see a counter. I do not see a counter. Now here, I think my play is to get up Rocks or Memento. I think Rocks is my play. Oh man, this is getting really close, to be honest, and my cats are in the background. Sorry about that. I do believe Rocks is my best play because Earthquake is not going to do anything. Toxic is just going to get natural cured. And Memento is not going to do anything because he can't touch my Azumarill regardless. And I don't want to hard switch into Azumarill just in case he has like Air Slash and goes for it and like gets flinches. I want to give myself the best chance possible to win with Azumarill. Rocks would chip away at the Milotic, which also has the Burn Orb, so it has Marble Scale. But I believe I can still 1v1 that with the Azumarill very easily because I do have the Rest, so Skull Burns I can just rest that off, wait 2 turns, and continue beating him down with the Play Rough plus burn damage. So yeah, I'm just going to go for the rocks here as he's knocking me out with the Giga Drain, and that reveals that he's probably a defensive set, which means that is great for me to go into my Azumarill. I can belly drum up, I believe, and then go for the rest. I expect him to go for the Giga Drain here. If he doesn't, I would be very surprised. He actually switches out into Milotic, and now I am going to take this opportunity to rest up. Hopefully he doesn't have the HP Grass, or actually, if he has the HP Grass, it doesn't matter. He does have the Haze though. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Man, what to do with this situation? I did not expect the Haze, although I should have, honestly. I think I can just Play Rough and stall him out of recovers, because he can't touch me. None of his Pokemon can touch me at all. Actually, none of his Pokemon can touch Celebi either, which is hilarious. He does reveal the Toxic, but Flame Orb is going to be wearing him down very quickly. I think I can just rest up here, get rid of the Toxic, although I don't know if I want to do that yet. I think I'm just going to Play Rough a few more times, as he is going to get worn down by the Flame Orb plus that, and we might have to stall him out of his recovers, which is going to take a while, but if that's the way that we're going to win, then I guess that's the way that we're going to win. I'm going to Scald here, or not Scald, he's going to Scald. I'm going to rest up. Now his play here is to go into the Donphan, I'm pretty sure. So predicting that, I'm going to go into my Celebi, which is a safe play because he can't really touch me either way. And here I am going to just take this as an opportunity to recover up. I do have defense investment so that the Gunk Shot potentially from Donphan shouldn't be able to do too much damage, as he does Toxic me, but I don't really care too much about that. I can just click Giga Drain. He does have the Shaman, but Azumarill is the counter to this, kind of ironically. This is getting down to the wire, like, honestly. So I do get the Natural Cure, and I do reveal the Sap Sipper to him, which is good because I get the plus attack, although he's probably just going to go right back into the Milotic and haze that away. Yeah, Belly Drum Sap Sipper is a very potent set right now. I am just going to click that, and now all of my sleep turns have been burned off. I think I'm just going to go for Aqua Jet to preserve PP and, you know, do a 4% damage because I did expect the haze, and now I'm just going to go right back out into my Celebi because I expect the Toxic and I have the Natural Cure. This is going to be quite stally, but I believe we can come out on top for this game. Since he does have the Flame Orb, he does have the higher defense, but he is getting worn down very quickly, which means you have to use up a lot of recovers, and all I need is for him to run out of recovers, and then Azumarill plus Celebi should be able to win the game very easily. Here I'm just going to recover again. I want to keep this thing healthy as possible to switch into the Milotic as easy as possible if he makes a bunch of double switches, and I have to take the Spikes damage over and over again. It would not be very good. Here I am just going to Giga Drain here, get off some damage on anything, probably the Shaman, as he has to keep switching in on rocks. And now I'm going to go back out into my Azumarill, heal off the Toxic with the Natural Cure, and yeah, this is going to be very, very long game, and Gunk Shot does not win because my Celebi is very, very physically defensive, so I can take the potential U-turns from the Torn T that I'm so glad that he did not bring because it did kind of destroy me. The Assault Vest set took hits from pretty much everything, and the Life Orb set broke everything on my draft, but like I'm very glad he didn't bring that. Here I want to try to avoid being asleep as much as possible. So what I am going to do is go for the Play Rough, as he does Toxic, and I'm just going to rest here because I do expect him to recover. I feel like that's his best play because he wants this healthy to take on my Azumarill. And now his play is to go to Donphan or yeah, that's basically his only play. So I'm going to go to Celebi, predicting that, plus it's completely safe. And now I can just go for the Giga Drain unless he is he revealed the leftovers. He can't be Rindoberry. And so that is a completely free play to make because Milotic can't touch me, and I get off this Giga Drain recovery, and now I can go right back into Azumarill if I want, although he might predict that, because that's what I've been doing this whole time. I'm going a Giga Drain again for that reason, and I don't think this thing can touch me at all. He does get the Synthesis off, but I believe I can just kind of stay in Nasty Plot and win, potentially, because that did 12%. At +6, that's going to be doing a lot of damage, and if he can't touch me, then I will be able to stall this out of Synthesises. Although I don't know if that's the best play, because I do need to kind of preserve my Giga Drains for the other two Pokemon as well. HP Bug is also a possibility, although I don't believe that is going to be the set. I am just going to Baton Pass out just in case he switches. I know about it. It doesn't make a difference, as he does go for the Giga Drain, giving me the +1 boost, and now I can wear off a turn of sleep. What I click doesn't matter, and it looks like this set is actually going to put me in a very good position to win the game, as he does go Donphan, and if this thing has the Gunk Shot, he'll go for it now, activating my weakness policy, and then I can I'm pretty sure that won't 2-hit KO at all, and I can recover stall that. But yeah, this is very threatening if it does have the Gunk Shot and connects. So does he have it? He does not. So that's very good to know. That was a completely free Gunk Shot if he had it, so that is very, very solid. I am going to recover here as he reveals the Head Smash, which is great for me. I can just go for the Giga Drain as he appears that he wants to stay in, although he is going to switch out into the Shaman. Solid play. I am going to go into the Azumarill here and burn off a turn of sleep unless he doubles out into Donphan. I think his best play is to keep doubling so I take Spikes damage, but he just Seed Flares. He has Seed Flare and Giga Drain. Gotta get that coverage, you know. And I am going to burn off my second turn of sleep here. Yeah, the Milotic I think has used up about half of its recovers, and no, it's used 6, but it's going to use another one right here most likely. So I'm going to Play Rough to get off the +1 hit and force him to Haze. I don't really need my Play Roughs for anything because all I need to do is stall out his recovers, and then he completely can't beat me at all. Here I'm expecting a Haze, so I am just going to just Play Rough again, I guess. He actually Toxics, letting me get off another +1 hit, allowing me to wear him down a little bit faster. I am going to rest here. If he wants to predict that and go Donphan, it doesn't matter because I do know that he cannot touch my Celebi, and it looks like this game is going to be very long, but it does seem to be that I am going to win this long term, because when I go for rest I'm not using any PP, so he can't stall me out that way. He does go into the Donphan, but Celebi does switch into this and recover on all 3 Pokemon, so I don't need to worry about this at all. And we're looking in a very solid position. He does set up the Rocks, which is a very good play on his part. Now I'm just going to try to Nasty Plot up on his Shaman. I think he can't touch me at all, so I am going to Nasty Plot. Actually, Recover is the safer play in case he has the Air Slash or something like that. He does go for the Seed Flare, does not get the drop, and I can kind of stall him out of some Synthesises here by getting up to +6 and going for Giga Drains. And Seed Flare is going to do 30% if he gets, well, about 32% if he gets the drop, which is a 40% chance, although he does have the chance to miss as well. Does he get the drop? He does get the drop. That's okay though, because I can still completely wall this, and I can switch out to Azumarill at any time if he gets like multiple drops. And I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain, see how much it does. It does 45, which is a lot. He misses a Seed Flare, and I think I can stall him out of Synthesises because I have 9 Giga Drains, he has 7 Synthesis. Although it's not quite a 2-hit KO. If I crit, that would be very, very good for me because that forces him to go for a Synthesis. I think I have enough Giga Drains where I can win. although I do want to keep at least 2 for the Donphan. So I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain again, as I do get the crit that I was talking about, and that is going to be the good game. Yeah. I think I did win that long term, even though he did get up the rocks, which was very good and would help him because I kept switching between the 2 Mons. But that is going to speed up the process a lot, and I am just going to be able to knock both Pokemon out with the Giga Drain, and that is going to be the good game. Very solid prep from Tom, although I definitely would have brought the Tornadus T versus myself if I were prepping with his team. Yeah, very good game. And how long was I rambling on? 26 minutes? Yeah. The Nasty Plot Celebi pulled through. In hindsight, I probably could have invested enough special attack to 2-hit KO a Shaman, because he was definitely bringing Shaman, and yeah. I guess this scenario wouldn't come up if I did my intended tactic, which was passed into one of my 2 sweepers that both did absolutely nothing. But that is going to be the game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.